Oh, well, hello. I didn't see you there. Yes, that was meant to be cringy. And anyway, moving on. The following video slash clip or whatever you want to call it was taken from a live stream. Those live streams happen 7 p.m. Eastern, Monday through Friday on Twitch, Kick, X, and here on YouTube. And I'm going to thank you ahead of time for your subscription and your follow and enjoy the video. Have a great day. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye. So what do we have here from the conservative 20s, dude? We have woke mom sends son to career day dressed like this and sends a kid dressed in drag. Great. Wonderful. Yet another overly left, because, if you're a little left, that's okay. I'm not talking about you. A little overly left, fucking big round psychotic glasses bitch probably, decides to send her kid in drag, her son, I'm assuming, in drag, for what? Points on her little fucking I'm a good person fucking field? Now, let's see here. Let's, make sure our audio's up enough here.
Did to her son for career day. Yeah. Check out what she got to say. Well, what do you expect? She got blue hair.
I suspect she's gonna say, it's a triumph, it's the most wonderful thing in the world, I'm so on the correct side of history, right?
A final update on my 10-year-old son choosing to be a drag queen for career day at
He chose to be a drag queen, or you very politely suggested that he should do it,
school. Obviously, I was a nervous wreck. I'm very protective of my kids, and I wanted him to have the best possible experience, which I know you can't put your kids in a bubble as much as we wish to.
Because the only way that a 10-year-old boy would think to become a drag queen for career day would be because you have it in the house or have a 10-year-old boy around that shit, and no 10-year-old should be around a fucking drag queen, boy or girl.
And protect them for everything. So we did have a talk going into today, which Liam is like very level-headed. And I always tell my kids that you cannot control somebody else's opinions of you, what they say to you, or how they try to make you feel. What you can control is your reaction to that and the power that you give those people through your reaction. Sorry, I bit my lip. So he...
She is correct, though. The only reaction they can do is what you give them, which is good. Okay. But I'm still thinking I'm starting to see the crazy ass pop out here.
He knows that, and going in today, he knew that what other people had to say is not an actual reflection of him, it's a reflection of them. So he was already in a great headspace and very positive.
No. If they look at him and they see him as a drag queen, and they make fun of him for being a drag queen, then no, that's a reflection of him. Actually, to be more correct, that is a reflection of you as a mother. But having said that, you probably shouldn't look at the 10-year-old boy and go, what the fuck? You should probably look at the 10-year-old boy and then have a nice discussion with mom.
He said,
gee, and I wonder who the weak-ass motherfucker that's married to this woman is. I see a ring.
That his teachers all loved it. There were some issues when he first went in today, and over half his class ended up getting recess taken away from them because of their behavior. So
half the class is fucking normal. Cool.
He was backed up, and he felt great about that. One kid did cause a stink and refused to sit by Liam and demanded to be moved. So Liam said...
So one kid was like, I don't want to be next to this freaky shit, and decided that he needed to be moved. Okay, sounds like a pretty good fucking good idea to me. Why are we complaining that oh, wait, I know why. The color of the hair, the glasses, duh.
They got their table changed, which is okay. And then when that happened, the other kid that had to sit by Liam decided to get up and move themselves, which Liam said they were then told to go back and sit down, and then they were kind of nasty to him about having to sit by him and told him that it was his fault. But Liam said it didn't really bother him and that he got a lot of compliments from his favorite teacher, who is a big fan of RuPaul's Drag Race. So all in all,
Gee, his favorite teacher is a big fan of RuPaul's Drag Race. I wonder which way that teacher leans.
it was
Wow, this is nuts. Teacher's a big fan of RuPaul's Drag Race. It's not DrewPaul, it's RuPaul.
Look here, RuPaul's Drag Race. I've always thought that show was sick.
RuPaul's Drag Race. Okay, career day. I remember the old days. Career day. I want to be a firefighter. I want to be
Yeah, no shit, career day. I want to be a firefighter. I want to be a policeman. I want to be an astronaut. I want to be a surgeon because, I saw this one thing and I want to be a soldier. Remember when kids wanted to be things that could actually help the world? Police, doctors, nurses, shit like that. And now this blue-haired wildebeest of a mom is sending their boy to school to say, hey, I want to be a drag queen. Somehow I'm kind of calling bullshit on that. Somehow I don't think that little boy, before mom put it in his head, ever had any inkling, any clue, any idea of what a drag queen was, let alone to be one for a career.
a United States Marine. I want to be a teacher. I want to be a doctor. What is this kid being exposed to at the age of 10 that makes him want to go to school? And as drag, she gave some clues. His teacher is a big fan of RuPaul's Drag Race. Yeah, and she's got blue hair, so I'm thinking she's a big fan as well. Yeah, I mean, no kid wants to be a drag queen as a career. Nobody, unless there's some sort of outside influence. It's outside of a kid's nature to want to do that.
Yeah, like I've been saying, unless there's something outside of that boy that makes something like this want for him to do in his head, which is definitely mom there, and the teacher being a big fan of RuPaul's Drag Race, which tells me, there's the influences right there. Pushing. Why is this shit always pushed on young men, on young boys? You know why? You know why it's pushed on boys? Because that particular ilk of people, seeing how they don't have kids, want to make it so the kids in the world are transformed into them, I guess, is the best way I can say it. And you're going to go, well, but that's a mom. She has a kid. Yes, that is a liberal white woman, the bane of all humanity. Overly liberal, I should say that's an overly liberal white woman. I shouldn't say all liberal women, because it's not true. But that is one of the many examples of the overly, super duper liberal white women that are just fucking ruining everything.
This is that actually a career, though? I mean, RuPaul's made like it.
Oh yeah, RuPaul made a career out of it, but RuPaul did. Have you ever seen, how many other people have you seen making a career out of it? You really want this fucking kid to be stuck, I don't know, doing story time hour with his balls hanging out as an adult at the local library reading to your kids?
But how many people can actually make money being doing dragging. Yeah, but you know what? Look at this. Okay, he's 10 years old. I remember when we was in school, if a girl came to school wearing makeup at the age of 10, I think they used to send them home. Or if they came to school showing off the navel, a tube top, they would send them home. They said you're sexualizing your daughter at an early age. They can't wear makeup. Well, at the very least, it's inappropriate. Right, but now today it's.
Oh God, I forgot about that. Yeah, when I was a kid, the fucking around that age, if a girl came to school with makeup on, they got sent home. If their skirt was too short, and I mean, like above the knee, too short, it was very strict at school. They would get sent home. Yeah.
Look at this. This is a boy, so
Totally
I guess
inappropriate for a small boy.
Yeah, but based from our perspective.
Well, that's based from everybody, even the kids.
Okay, but I have a question here. Yeah, and I agree. This is totally inappropriate for a boy, for a small boy. For a boy, period. It's inappropriate for a guy to dress in women's clothes, period, as far as I'm concerned. But I think there are exceptions to this particular rule that I have in my head, okay? What about Halloween? Would the reaction be the same if this boy had dressed up in drag for Halloween and not career day? Would my reaction be the same? I would like to be like, yes, it'll be exactly the same, but also on the top, same thing. Maybe it wouldn't. Maybe my reaction would not be the same.
Kids didn't like it.
Well, that's parental rights.
Yeah, it's parental rights. Don't mean you have to. Just because you have parental rights doesn't mean you should do this.
Yeah, I know, but it's not against the law.
It should be.
She
should get 10 years for this.
You crazy? This is the United States of America. We got freedom.
But that's inappropriate for a kid.
That's what I think. But watch what else she has to say.
Yeah.
Very good, positive experience. I can't tell you how happy my heart was seeing him come around the corner and he was still in his outfit. So I knew it was a good day for him. And
Where is the father?
Great question.
Yeah.
Yeah, I already asked that. Where's Daddy? Daddy's around somewhere because she got a ring on her finger, but I think either Dad didn't know about this shit because he had to get up and go to an actual job and provide for his family, which, good on him if that's the case, or that man is so beaten down that he can't fight back anymore.
thank you so much to everybody that has been so supportive. Honestly, this has been crazy. Sometimes I forget that other people can see what I post on social media, and I use it like my little diary and just...
Yeah, use it as your little diary, just like you're using your 10-year-old boy as a fucking purse puppy. This bitch is using her kid as an accessory. A fucking bracelet, an earring, a fucking purse puppy.
Speaking out into the void. So I'm really happy that this reached all the right people, and thanks for joining us on this journey. This is just the beginning for him.
What? It's just the beginning for him. Man,
He doesn't look happy to me.
He's happy.
Oh yeah, that kid looks totally fucking thrilled, doesn't he? That kid looks totally thrilled to be fucking dressed like that.
Happy. He's not crying or anything.
Well, look at his face. Like she's posing him to do this.
Well, of course she is.
He didn't go up to say, Mom, let's take some pictures.
But she's going to double down on this. She came out with another video. Check this out.
Guys, I just wanted to make a really quick video just to... Guys, I just wanted to make a...
Hold on.
Guys, I just wanted to make a really quick video just to address, honestly, my assumptions. I was incredibly nervous posting my video and my...
Well, the video where you're pretty much showing the world that you're using your kid as a purse puppy, you mean that one?
Journey of doing the drag costume for Liam for his career day at school.
She just said it was her idea.
Would. Did she?
And my journey of doing the drag costume for Liam for his career day at school.
She just said it was her idea.
No, she didn't say it was her idea. She said she did it, but she didn't say it was her idea. Okay.
Didn't she just say that?
Yes, she did.
Really thought it was going to be like maybe an 80% negative, 20% positive, and honestly, it was probably like 95% positive.
Well, of course it was 95% positive because you posted to your little bubble of people. You know, if I were to post just to my little bubble of people and not the entire fucking world like I do with shit, then sure, it would be 95%. Everything I did would be 95% positive because nobody wants to hurt my feelings. But that's no.
5% negative, which just like blew my.
You know what's crazy? She admitted to it was her idea. Yeah, but she's acting like this has been all positive. I've read the comments on your post.
Yeah. You're getting dragged. No pun intended. You're getting dragged. Even in the classroom, when your son showed up.
Yeah, you already said
it was dragging him.
Yeah.
My mind. So I kind of felt like a jerk for making assumptions that people weren't going to be so supportive and amazing. And it has just meant the world to us. Liam has absolutely loved all of the comments. He sits there next to.
Oh, I am sure that kid has loved every comment that has happened on that post. At least the ones you let him read. Because, yeah, like they were saying, I guarantee they were, for lack of a better way to say it, they were dragging this fucking post through the ground. There is no, oh my god, that guy stopped around the DPIs. There's no way in hell there weren't people on there going, what the fuck are you doing to your kid? Right? There can't be anybody, there can't be any way in my brain that says there is no way people weren't on that going, what the fuck are you doing to your kid?
To me, just like reading them through. We don't have a support system. We don't have family surrounding us. So having so many people that have just reached out and have been so encouraging to Liam and telling them that like they're his internet auntie, they're his internet grandma now. He absolutely loves it. Like that's his favorite thing out of this.
You know, the people that are going to that post and saying they're your internet auntie, you know, I think that maybe, probably, you might want to keep those men away from your kid.
This whole thing. He loves all the compliments. He has been over the moon about all the people that have reached out to us and have offered like help and assistance. He's been
help and assistance? What kind of, what? How to dress up better in drag? Help or assistance? What does he... That's weird. It's weird that she doesn't have any family. Maybe they moved somewhere where there's no family in the area. Or maybe the family gets cut her off.
I think it's the latter.
Yeah, who knows?
Been offered makeup lessons. He's been offered.
Yeah, maybe the family was like, fuck this, we're done, bye, get out.
Wigs, like it's just... really, it's meant the world. It helped him. I think that he went into that day at school with such confidence and it was just so unbreakable because he knew he had so many people behind him. And even though the other kids were kind of nasty, he handled it with such grace, and he's just such an awesome kiddo. And he always jokes around, tells us that his ego is so big that it can't be knocked down, and it's honestly true. Like, he thinks very highly of himself, as he should. I mean, he put together the most amazing look, so very proud.
He put together after you literally just told him this very, very video that you put together the costume or the drag or whatever you want to call it. Sure.
Proud of him and very proud of all of you guys too. So thank you for that. I am on my way to go pick him up now. But yeah, just thank you for that positive surprise. Honestly, love to everybody.
Well, it's your kid and you have parental rights, but I think it's highly inappropriate what you're doing. Well, Kevin, there's a lot of people that say it's inappropriate for like Republicans like us to teach our guns how to use and
women. You misspoke.
Huh? You said to teach guns. Okay. Well, a lot of people think it's inappropriate on the right for Republicans. How, we take our kids out to shoot guns, teach them gun safety, and take pictures with guns. I've seen Republicans take pictures with their family, and all of them are holding ARs, right? And the left say that's very inappropriate, but it's coming from their perspective. To us, her lifestyle for her kids, it's inappropriate. It's because we have different ideologies that we live by.
Yeah, well, you know what the difference is, okay? One, Republicans, which I hate, I hate a lot of Republicans too, but for the most part, the people who are going out and teaching their kids gun safety are probably saving someone's life. If your kid knows what to do and what not to do with a firearm, it's probably a good thing. What life lesson are you teaching your kid by sending him to school in drag?
Yeah, but you shouldn't let your ideology affect how you think. You still have to know what's right and what's wrong. Like I can argue that, teaching your kid gun safety, you don't have to worry about, your kid accidentally, disarming a firearm in the house and some kid or somebody in the house loses their life. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Because how many times do you see videos of some dumb fucking teenager waving around a pistol and ends up shooting himself in the leg or the hand, or God fucking forbid, shooting his friend in the chest or face or head or some shit like that,
There's nothing to gain by putting your kid and teaching them how to dress and drag. What is it to gain? Yeah, sure, RuPaul is making a lot of money, but he's probably the only person that's making a career out of this. Yeah, see, you're looking at it from a Republican perspective. No, that's the right perspective. Yeah, on the right. Yeah. Now you got to think left, Democrat. That kid is learning diversity, equity, inclusion. Wearing a dress? Yeah. And doing makeup? That's all about recognition. See, you're a bigot.
Damn it, I'm a bigot. Oh, darn.